Imagine walking through a jungle, a desert, or even near a riverbank, and suddenly the ground beneath your feet begins to shift. What looks like solid earth turns into a trap, and before you realize it, you're sinking. This isn't a nightmare, it's quicksand. For centuries, quicksand has been portrayed in movies as a death sentence, pulling people under until they vanish forever. But is that really true? The truth is much more surprising, and knowing it could save your life. Quicksand isn't some exotic, rare substance found only in adventure films. It's actually just a mixture of sand, clay, and water. When water gets trapped in sand, it creates a semi-liquid that looks stable but can't support much weight. Step on it, and the grains lose friction, causing your feet to sink. It's like standing on solid ground that suddenly turns into soup. The danger isn't being swallowed whole, it's being trapped, panicking, and exhausting yourself in the wrong way. So, what should you do if you ever fall into quicksand? The first step is the hardest. Don't panic. Your instinct will be to thrash and struggle, but that only makes you sink deeper. Quicksand works like a liquid. The more you fight, the more resistance it creates. Instead, take a deep breath and stay as calm as possible. Next, lighten your load. If you're carrying a backpack, bag, or anything heavy, remove it and toss it aside. Extra weight pushes you further down. Once you're free of the burden, spread your arms wide. Think of lying back in a swimming pool. Your body is less dense than quicksand, so you won't sink completely if you stay still. Now move slowly. The key is controlled, deliberate motions. Try to wiggle your legs gently to let water seep in around them. This loosens the grip of the sand. Don't yank your legs upward. That creates suction. Instead, lean back to increase your surface area. By reclining, you distribute your weight and rise closer to the surface. Once you're floating more, begin a slow backstroke. Push gently with your arms and wiggle your legs free inch by inch. Your goal isn't to pull yourself straight up, but to move horizontally toward solid ground. Think of sliding across the surface rather than climbing out. With patience, you'll eventually reach the edge where the sand is firmer, and from there, crawl or roll to safety. But what if you're alone and there's no one around to help? In that moment, your environment becomes your lifeline. Look around carefully. Nature often provides tools for survival. A fallen branch, a sturdy stick, or even your own belt or clothing can make the difference. Stretch a stick or branch across the quicksand and slide your body over it. This increases your surface area and helps distribute your weight, making it easier to float. If you have a rope, tie it around your waist and secure it to a rock, tree, or any solid object. Then, instead of pulling yourself straight up, use the rope to inch your way slowly and steadily across the surface. The key word here is leverage. Quicksand traps you because of suction and pressure, but if you widen your body and spread your weight, the sand loses its grip. Think of it like lying down on thin ice. Standing makes you break through, but spreading out helps you float. In the same way, survival is about working with nature's physics, not against it. It's also important to know where quicksand tends to appear. Most cases aren't in deep jungles or exotic deserts. They're near ordinary places like riverbanks, marshes, estuaries, floodplains, and even beaches. Quicksand forms when rising water loosens tightly packed sand, creating a slurry. The tricky part is that it often looks normal. Signs to watch for include ground that appears unusually wet, rippled surfaces, bubbling, or areas where water seeps through sand. If you see animals avoiding certain spots or footprints that suddenly sink deeper than usual, take that as a warning. Prevention is always easier than escape. And now, here's the myth-busting truth. Quicksand isn't bottomless. Most pits are rarely deeper than waist height. Despite what movies have shown us, you won't be dragged down to your doom by some invisible force. The real danger lies in time. The longer you're stuck, the greater the risk of heat stroke, dehydration, exhaustion, or even being stranded in dangerous territory where predators or rising tides could find you. That's why escaping calmly and efficiently matters just as much as avoiding panic. History gives us countless reminders. Soldiers in Vietnam often encountered quicksand-like swamps during the war. Some survived by lying flat and slowly swimming their way out, while others who panicked found themselves trapped longer, making them vulnerable to enemy fire or the elements. Travelers in Africa's deserts have recorded stories of camels sinking into quicksand near dried riverbeds. Those who acted quickly and used teamwork managed to save the animals. Those who didn't had to leave them behind. The lesson is universal. Panic kills, patience saves. Quicksand is not a monster waiting to swallow you whole. It is a natural trap, one that preys on fear and poor decision-making more than anything else. If you remain calm, you can outsmart it. So if you ever find yourself sinking, remember this survival mantra. Float, don't fight. Your body is naturally buoyant. Use that to your advantage. Move slow, not fast. Gentle motions reduce suction and resistance. Think horizontal, not vertical. Spread your weight, don't pull straight up. Use your environment. Branches, ropes, and even clothing can become life-saving tools. Stay calm. The real enemy is panic, not the sand. With the right mindset and techniques, you won't just escape quicksand. You'll turn a terrifying moment into a story of survival, one that most people only see in adventure films. And that's the ultimate truth. Nature's traps are not unbeatable. They are challenges that test your clarity, your patience, and your willpower. If you remember that, you won't just survive quicksand, you'll master it. The truth is, most quicksand encounters aren't instantly fatal, but panic makes them deadly. By staying calm, moving slowly, and using your body's natural buoyancy, you can turn a terrifying situation into one you can survive. Nature always tests us in unexpected ways, and survival is less about strength and more about strategy. The next time you hear the word quicksand, don't think of hopeless sinking. It's a challenge that can be beaten with patience, knowledge, and composure. And if you found these survival tips eye-opening, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more incredible guides that could one day save your life.